Right, where are we up to? We've used Comsol to generate the dumbbell, Dogbone, whatever you want to call it. We've then used MATLAB to interface with Comsol to extract the vital detail that we wanted to get. And the one thing that we've not done is we've not looked at going the other way. What if you're using MATLAB? What if you're doing something particular on MATLAB and you want to reach to Comsol to drag data in? So you want to control Comsol from here. What this session is going to be about today is reviewing the actual component that you've done and reviewing what you've got. Now we can interface the parameters panel. We covered this a little bit when I was looking at the help MLI files. The help MLI interface is mint. What it allows us to do is to really have a reminder as to them key inputs. If any of you have predefined with coding, done Arduinos, done anything like that, you'll know you kind of go, what is that command again? What is that command? So help MLI will save your ass in many ways. Right, so let's get back to it. So go ahead and open your Dogbone. If you've forgotten, it's alright, I'm going to do it myself. mph, open. Any minute now, any minute now. Have I appeared somewhere else? Nope, no, we're still, oh, and there we go. Right, so if you're on a GUI that's coming from your own PC, you'll notice that the old reference file has already been saved. That's how great this is. Already tells you where it was. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my old Dogbone. Anybody forgets, and if it hasn't saved, click browse, find your Comsol Dogbone, open that up, and then let's get cracking. So we open that up. Now, if you remember from before, let's do a bit of a rerun. Oh, when it opens, when it opens. Come on, come on, come on. Yep, we're still waiting, still waiting. Any minute. Oh, there we go. Right, finally it's opened. Waiting for this can be so frustrating. Right, so we now know we've got the Dogbone open. Agreed, you cannot see it. But if you remember, one way for us to navigate our way around is the mph geom. So if you remember, it's mph geom, and then you open your brackets. Have I spelled that right? Yes. You know, you have to freeze then. You kind of think, did I do that right? But if I do that right, what it will do is it will recognize the command, it will recognize the argument, then it will look for the model tag. And you'll notice, I mean, Comsol is this good that when it opens up, you'll notice the Comsol model is now accessible using the variable model. So that is my model tag. So I'll go model. Then what I'll do is go comma, and what we're going to do is refer to the geo tag. So I go open brackets, we go geom 1. Open that off, close, runs through the process, and then what it will do is it will drag the geometry. So that's a reminder. It's a nice thing to look and kind of go, did I plot that right? Did I do that right? Because story of his lives, is it not? Okay. Now I know we did multiple plots in the last one. You can do this that way if you wish. This is just a nice way to check it, make sure it's run. Okay. So what I'm going to do is close that now, and let's say for argument's sake, boss comes along and says, look, you've made that 10 mil, needed to be 12 mil. You come back and go, brilliant, that tells me nothing. But you then come away and think, right, I need to make the modifications, need it to be quick, I need everything to still remain the same, but just a simple update. So that is what we can do. But first things first, we don't know for sure what variables we've used. Can't remember. I mean, in our case we've used, I think we've used 6 or 7, but if I was to tap into your mind now, tell me what variable you've used. Some of you will go, oh yes, of course I've used TW, but some may forget. I forget all the time. So what we do is we type mph, we're then going to go get expression. If I spell this wrong, I'll be, well, if I spell this right, I'll be surprised. So I'll go expressions. So I'm going to go expression. Then, once I've gone that, you see open, the argument's open. Then it says, what node are you looking for? Node refers to what particular active point are you talking about. Now I just want the expressions of parameters. So I just say, get the expressions of the model. Don't forget, when Comsol first opened, said use the variable model. And then what I do is, rather than just going straight onto the cellular point of where it is, I go get the model at my parameter set. P-R-A-A-M. Param. Close the arguments and enter. Ooh, look at that. That's so good it must be fattening. Right. So what you'll see now is that is everything that we'd inputted. Tells us the unit size, tells us where we're at, tells us particular units that we're operating in. But the question is, how do we update it? And again, this is a dead easy process. I've just pressed up. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete all of that. So I know that model.param is what stores my particular data sets. So, like in any command, if I say .set, then open my arguments, go to my key. Now this is the label that's attached. So, should we say length to weight? So if this is essentially the width of where the dumbbell is, or Dogbone. So if we go length to weight, so what I'll do is I will extend this, and let's go on the same principle. Let's say someone said it doesn't want to be 10, wants to be 15 millimeters. Put into comments, go 15, and then close that. Now, if you remember on the original Comsol stuff that we were doing, we put variable, square brackets, then closed. This is a similar process to a string. So in this condition, what we're trying to do is segregate both characters to numerical value. So at least then there is no need for objects or strings to contain these two. So what I'll do, go comma, open brackets, and we said 15. I don't know, I rabbit on so much I forget. So I'll go 15. Oh, look at that, I've already made a mistake. Already made a mistake. That is not supposed to be that. That is supposed to be the label. It's me getting carried away, so I'll go LW. Then we go back across, go to the comments, and then we'll go our 15. The square brackets reference to that collective of unit is still the same. So I'll go square, millimeter, square, close, like that. And what that'll do is take that model-based parameter and then run it. So if I hit enter, what you'll see now is that the types parameters, the tag, the param. So if I now go back up to the top and go to expression, what you should see now is LW is set to 15. So what I suggest we do is we go mph plot. And we'll open that bracket, we'll go model, and then we will close that bracket, we'll go PG1, I'm sure it was PG1, close that, and then enter. The run hasn't happened yet, so that's what I'm hoping it's going to give me. Right, so you see now, that's our last plot that we had. And that's the typical one that we had, so if I now, we know that runs, so if I now, I've got my parameters set, so what I'll say is model, take the model, go to study, and we know that the initial first set is set to study 1. Close, oh, that's TDS1, so STD1. Make of that acronym as you will. Close the argument, go dot and run. And now all we do is hold it and go. And if we're now running, what you'll see is this. So you got the live link active, and then that it's loading, and it's on the tag of model. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pause it for a moment until it returns. What you should note is you won't actually get anything to tell you it's complete until your double chevron appears again. So what I'll do is I'm just going to pause until we're done. Just stops you from listening to my lovely voice. Right, guys, after 5 minutes it ran through. You'll notice my double chevron has re-emerged. So let's go ahead and just replot that. So we replot it. You should find an extension on the there. Now if you look, spin this round, spin it round. What you see now is we've got double the amount, which is great, which is really good. Now we can save that. We could output that if we wished. We could do all sorts with it. But that is just a basic interface. That's how to change it. What I think I'm going to do is go ahead and change my TW back. I'm just pressing up if anybody's interested. I'm going to change my LW, sorry, back to 10 millimeters. Double check my parameter set, make sure my parameter set is right. You'll notice back at 10 millimeters. And then, just for completion, I'm going to just rerun that again, so it's then saved, and I'm happy with what's been done. Model.study and .run. So now we're running, and we're back in again. Right. So, this was a relatively short tutorial. I'm just going to check the time that I've been running on this, actually, because I don't think I've been long. So, let's open up on the recorder. Yeah, we've only been running for 12 minutes. Damn, it's crazy. So that was a basic intro, a basic way of being able to interface with MATLAB directly. What I've really done this for is to show you the way of how we pull these values. And if I go, oh no, I've actually left it running. But if you go to MPH help, MLI help, what it will do is it will give you that list again. And what you'll find on there is MPH get expression. You'll find all these key commands on there. What I would challenge you to do is to have a go at it, run it through, change it, see what happens. Change and just get used to that interface, because once you're comfortable with it, it is really, really straightforward. If there's any questions, come and find me. Please don't think that I'm not approachable. Drop me an email. Find me on Teams, find me in the office, find me wherever, and I'll do whatever I can to try and help you out. Any other questions? If not, I will see you all in class.